Okay, I have some good news to share. Some fantastic news. After 2 years of being stuck in Germany, I can finally travel again. I can live the digital nomad lifestyle, the expat lifestyle, enjoy the location independent life. And I'm here in front of this hotel, close or next to the airport in Frankfurt, Germany. I was here 2 years ago, 2 years, when I went to the Philippines, where I had the best times of my life. Unfortunately, this time it's not the Philippines. I had a great opportunity, or a good opportunity came up for me in Mexico. So yeah, I will go to Mexico, Playa del Carmen, which is a fantastic spot, I'm sure. And yeah, oh, by the way, I'm staying here in this hotel this time. So yeah, but I had to come back here. I think I also recorded my first YouTube video inside this hotel. So I had to come back. I have to stay somewhere under the light. But yeah, I'm closer to my hotel now. And this is the one where I was staying at 2 years ago. Yeah, 2 years ago. When I compare the difference, right now I feel more anxious, nervous, scared, if I have to be honest. Which is kind of funny. 2 years ago I was way more confident and I was like, yeah, I can do this, I got this. And yeah, not too long after I was failing, yeah. Although the only thing that I can rely on this time, I don't even know if that's enough, because not everything is fully my control. But this time I have way more competence and better skills. But yeah, it's tough to reflect back on those 2 years. Looking back, I should have been more grateful, which I was at times, but it was super hard, it was tough. The first 6 months, 12 months, when I came back home from the Philippines, were the hardest times of my life. Forget all the blue pill heartbreak from girls that I had in my past. You can't compare this to what I had to go through when I came back from the Philippines. The financial struggle was real. We all go through this as a freelancer, or most of us, I would assume. So that was tough times and super isolated. The life that I lived in the Philippines, it was insane, right? I always say, and I say again, the best times of my life, it was insane. And here in the West, there was isolation, loneliness. These are the typical problems that you have here in the West. I don't know for how many it goes, but it's out there. But in the Philippines, man, the social life was insane. Dating life was amazing. Friends, finding friends all the time. It was like every day was an adventure. So yeah, I went from the best times of my life to the worst, okay? And I never imagined to be stuck here for 2 years in Germany. And I kind of got lucky to have this opportunity. Or maybe it's not luck, maybe I just attracted it with my mindset and with the skills that I have. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't question it too much. It's kind of hard for me to still believe it, that it's happening. Still, I'm here next to the airport, it's over there. And it's still kind of hard to take it all in and to realize that I can come closer towards my dream life and build something this time. Build something bigger. Back then in the Philippines, listen to this, like this is super important. Back then in the Philippines, when I was starting my YouTube channel, right? I started this here in this hotel. But then I went to the Philippines. The issue was that I didn't have these skills when it comes to YouTube, camera talking, scripting, preparing videos, understanding content better, right? So it took me a lot of time to prepare some videos. Most of these videos that I did in Dubai before I went to the Philippines, I was preparing at home, yeah? But when I was in the Philippines, there was a lot of distractions. There was stress, you know, clients come and go. This is a freelance lifestyle, not for everyone, but for most of us. So that was super tough. And yeah, so I had the stress. I had no time. Then I had those distractions with the friends, dating life. I was enjoying that as well. And I missed out on a great opportunity in the Philippines back then, because I wasn't recording that many videos. And I was over there for 6 months. Imagine you can build up a business on YouTube within 6 months. You can build up a great vlog channel on YouTube within 6 months. And I couldn't do this. But now I have the skills. So I came back home, and in the last 2 years I was working on myself, working on the skills. I didn't achieve anything that I was setting up as a goal, but at least I improved on many things. I see the difference compared to 2 years ago. There's a key difference. And to be honest, I wanted to stay a bit more in Germany for a while because I wasn't feeling ready. I don't feel ready. Yeah, again, I'm super nervous. I don't feel ready. But this is this opportunity came up, and then, yeah, you have to take the risks in life. Back then I was taking the risk in the Philippines, right? I was taking the risk. It didn't work out, and that's fine. Because it taught me so much about myself and so much about life. And yeah, let's see. And as I'm thinking right now, there were many risks in life that I was taking before. I also remember 5 years ago when I was quitting my full-time job, moving back home. Back then I wanted to become a professional poker player. Then I lost the love for the game. I became a full-time freelancer. 3 years later I got stuck in the Philippines, came back home. Life is always about taking risks. And by the way, I'm walking here towards the airport right now. Just want to check out my way for tomorrow morning. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I will miss the Philippines. I will truly miss the Philippines. This is that part about traveling and living as a digital nomad or expat that sucks. You meet people, you make new friends, you get into dating, you meet some amazing women, and then you have to leave it all behind and travel somewhere else or go back home. This truly sucks. But yeah, I will miss the Philippines, and I never expected to be stuck here for 2 years. I was really hoping or thinking it takes me like 6 to 12 months, fixing everything in Germany, working on myself, working on a business, figuring things out. But yeah, we can get into details why it took me so long and what I did. And I would say the last year was okay. I was working with an agency. I started to work with an agency. Kind of funny. Now that I'm traveling, kind of goes down with them for the moment, I would say. Not sure how it looks like for the next couple of weeks. Kind of similar when I was 2 years ago traveling to the Philippines. It slowly went down as well, the freelance business. But I was kind of optimistic, I was super pumped, excited, confident. Kind of stupid optimistic, Now I'm more experienced. I know how hard things can get, yeah? It's different. But yeah, I'm super pumped, super excited to go to Playa del Carmen, Mexico, Latin American culture. I always wanted to see that. I think Latinas are my favorite type of woman. So yeah, I'm super curious and super excited to see what experiences I will have there. It's like a party beach resort. Not too much into partying, but you will meet interesting people over there. I know there's a lot of influencers there and models and stuff. So maybe it's perfect for my work, which is video editing, videography, photography. So yeah, this might be adventures, but I want to build a YouTube channel this time. I remember last year I was 2 years ago, not last year, but 2 years ago I was super excited. I go to the Philippines, I'm gonna start a YouTube channel, I'm gonna be a vlogger, I'm gonna help others. But I needed to help myself first, and the last 2 years I learned so much. And I'm sure I can help you guys to live the same lifestyle, to have the same experiences. I will build something up first myself in Playa del Carmen, and then I'm gonna help you guys out with, who knows, coaching or a school community, whatever that is out there. I will figure things out slowly. But yeah, the last 2 years were super, super helpful with a lot of life lessons, and you need to go through some hard times. You need to take the risks, you need to fail, you need to work on yourself, and you have to come back. And I know I can look stupid if I fail this time again. Whatever, I take the risk. Not everything is under my control, but I will take the responsibility for everything. That's for sure. And I know if I fail, if things don't work out, this time I can rely more on my competence and skills, and maybe it won't look that harsh like it was the last time. So yeah, so we'll see. Okay, back in here in my hotel room. I kind of look super tired, super exhausted. The last couple of days was packing, preparing, getting things done. And now I'm here. Still unbelievable to me. I think the last 2 years was wearing me down a lot. At the same time, it's not only negatives, At the same time, I improved, I learned, I grew, that's for sure. Again, not to the extent, the goals that I had. I didn't achieve those, but yeah. I still made a lot of improvements, and I wouldn't be able to talk like this. Trust me. Also, camera talking is a skill, and the stuff and the things that I say is everything that I learned the last 2 years, especially the last 2 years. And yeah, again, I was waiting for the last 2 years to continue with my YouTube channel. I wasn't really like motivated, or there was nothing special to talk about. Just sitting there stuck in my room in Germany in isolation. This should be like travel and freelance lifestyle, and teach you guys something, or like inspire you guys to do something, you know, and then share an exciting life, some adventures. And that wasn't the case the last 2 years. Although a couple of months ago I was traveling with that agency. That was interesting. If you watch my last couple of videos, that was super interesting. And I was saying back then, I hope this is the start of a bigger journey. Now, a couple of months later, it's finally happening. And yeah, in between, I wasn't making any videos. I was just in Germany, you know, working on myself, working on the business, working on my skills, and figuring out where I want to go and what I want to do next. And yeah, things are changing so fast, especially with AI out there now for content creation. So you have to make sure you are up to date with everything and you can crush the competition. And that's like one of many steps on how you can get that lifestyle where you can travel and live wherever you want. And yeah, be your own boss and be free. And trust me, it all sounds cliche. And at some point, I was giving up on positive woo-woo shit. And when you look at one of my videos, I did that, I don't know, last year, I think. It was about visualization. The Sam Owens Alchemy document. It helped a lot of successful business people to become successful. For example, Charlie Morgan, William Brown. Those are just two examples who talk about it. There's many of them out there on YouTube. And I was visualizing that the last year, like every single day, okay? But then at some point, I was like, after 1.5 years of still being stuck in Germany, I felt like, man, none of this shit is helping, none of this shit is working. I kept working on my skills, improving my knowledge. That's something you should always do. And you might then figure things out. It might happen that some opportunities come up, like it's happening to me right now. It's like some type of reality creation, maybe, who knows? But yeah, it's happening. I didn't expect it. This is like out of nowhere. It's a surprise, and it's happening finally. So yeah, I'm not sure if I said everything that I wanted to say, but yeah, I think it's time to end the video. I have a long flight tomorrow, 11.5 hours, and then I have to drive with the bus 1.5 hours. So it goes to Cancun first, and then a bus ride to Playa del Carmen. Super excited to see where this journey will take me next. And yeah, stay tuned.